Okay, so let's try to be productive in this little world. Right, so I'm interested in trying to make this example on my own. Basically, I can just move around in 3D, which is pretty cool. And so I have a few questions. So I just did this just to make sure it works. So I have a few questions. First of all, how am I going to place the objects, like the pillars here? Because I feel like placing them one by one wouldn't be very practical. So, how to place pillars? I guess an answer to that could be to basically have a matrix, an array or a matrix, two-dimensional, and just have it filled with zeros for places where we don't want to have a pillar, and ones or twos or three, depending on the height of the pillar that we want. And so basically it's just going to be a map of 0 and other numbers, positive numbers, and these numbers are going to indicate the height of the pillar that we want in this place. So if I look at paint, and here I paint some stuff, right, pretty explicit. And so here I'm going to have, for example, 0, 0, 1, 2, 0, 3, 0, 0, 0, 0, 3, 3.5, I guess, and then 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Let's just do that. And so basically this is going to be a pillar of height, I don't know what, but like 1 is just going to be represent a single unit, but we're going to have to define what a unit is. And then 2 here, 3, 3.5. I guess 1 could be player height, for example, and so 2 would be 2 times the player height and all that. So I think I'm going to do that for the map, for the obstacles, and then basically the map is going to be bounded by here some rectangles that are bounding the map. So how is this done? So let's just see. How did they do it for the example here? So they just had a camera, right? Nothing special here. First person, okay. And I guess the camera position at first is just going to be at 2. So 2 is the camera height. Okay, makes sense. And now here I guess they are filling the heights for the pillars as well as the position with random values, right? And color I is going to be random color as well. So random columns, so height, position, colors. Okay. And so here in the game loop, key 1 is going to reset, just change camera mode, so not interesting to me. Switch camera projection. I'm not sure what that actually does. Oh, that's pretty cool, honestly. This looks pretty cool. Now, what else can I do? Key 1, key 2. Alright, so I can just move here. Okay, I see. So, camera projection is pretty cool. The position is just somewhere else. So I'm guessing that this might be it, or this one. I'm not sure which one it was that I thought was cool. But anyways, then update camera here. And then there's camera pro usage. Right, so this allows camera. So this allows rotations. All right. Then begin drawing. So basically here planes are drawn. So this is for the ground. So blue wall, green wall, yellow wall. These are cubes. Vector 2 gets the dimensions, I'm guessing. And here's the position, so the center of it, I'm guessing. Here, same thing basically. Draw some cubes around, and so here just goes through the entire thing and then renders the cubes as well as their wires. Draw player cube, okay. End mode 3D, and then it just draws the text. So I'm guessing that let's do 2D matrix, or let's just call it a matrix. And so to do, let's see what I have to do to make everything work. So I'm gonna have to actually, let's just make this like that. Okay, so to do, draw ground, draw bounding cubes or rectangles. Let's see. Here they are, cubes. It's just that here, yeah, okay, each time basically here's dimensions are switched up. Fair enough. Draw bounding walls. So initialize player camera. And I guess here I can do allow player movement. And here then once I have player movement, initialize player camera, what I can do is just draw map cubes, draw map pillars, I'm guessing. So let's do it in this order. Right. So first things first, let's include Raylib, and then just do int main return 0 at some point. And first thing we're going to do is just initialize window. So it's going to be init window width. So let's do const int screen width equal to 1280, const int screen height. So let me just be here. So screen height is going to be 720, and so basically here what it's going to take is just screen width and screen height, and the title, let's make it first person, let's just call it this way. Let's just leave it at that. Initialize window. What else do I need? I guess I'm gonna have to set target FPS to, let's make it 144. Is there anything else I'm missing? So I'm gonna have to do the camera at some point, right? But not right now. So let's have here the game loop, and so while window should close, while window should close is false, then what we're going to do is just so at first we're just going to draw ground. So let's just make it here. Draw ground, or like draw stuff. Okay, so let's just do begin draw stuff and end draw stuff. And here we'll have begin drawing, and here we'll have end drawing for sure. But let's just initialize the camera here after all. So camera 3D camera equal to just 0 at first. And let's just make camera position y equal to 2f. Right, let's see if I'm missing anything. Camera mode, ooh, that's right. Target, I don't need a target, I think. And so yeah, where is the camera updated? So before we draw stuff, so just update camera. So update camera, let's have it here, camera and mode, camera first person. Let's just have it this way. And each time here I'm gonna have to clear background. Yeah, okay, indeed I do have to do that. I mean, I should at least. And so the colors are going to be, let's make it red white as well. And here I guess I can do begin mode 3D with the camera and end mode 3D. And so end 3D mode, begin 3D mode. Right, so the comments are kind of useless because basically begin 3D mode is just the same as the name of the function here, same stuff here. But it's just for me, so that I remember better how the entire code should be structured. Right, so if I run this, it should work. I'll just have a close window here. Oops, close window. And so if I compile this and run it, I should have something. I mean, it's just going to be white, right? But should work. Okay. And so here, what I kind of want to do is just have a draw FPS and position. Let's make it 5.5. See if that works correctly. Right, this works. Now let's draw the floor. So let's draw the ground. So I'm guessing I should draw it here. Draw plane and center position. Center position is a 3 vector, so maybe I can just make it a 0 here. Size, so let's see. Let's make it let's just make it 32 by 32. And here, color, let's just make it dark gray. So yeah, this works. Let's see if everything's good. No, so we cannot see it. What happens if I just do this? Does it have anything to do with that or not? I don't think so. So we are indeed updating the camera, right? Camera mode, okay. Let's see. End drawing, draw plane. Why am I not seeing anything? Could it be because of the camera? Did I not initialize it correctly? Right. Oh yeah, right. It's probably because I set this to 0. Right, it might be because of the field of view. Let's see. Camera field of view is, let's make it just 45. Target, I feel like I don't need to have the target. Camera up vector, rotation tools. I don't think I need anything else. Maybe I do actually need something else. Maybe I've misunderstood what the other things represent. Let me see. Let me just try this with Z instead of Y. Okay. Okay, cool. So camera target, let's just make it the same here. So 0, 2, 0. And let's just have camera up as well. Let's just make it 0, 1, 0. Run it, see what happens. Not much is happening. What could this be? Did I forget something? Target FPS. I did. Disable cursor. I don't feel like I need to. Or maybe I should actually disable cursor. Right. Maybe I should disable it. No, definitely not. Camera first person. Why is it not working? Camera projection, camera perspective. Maybe I just didn't set it, but I feel like camera, by default, camera first person is probably going to be, so if I do camera projection, and I feel like the value of camera perspective is 0 anyway, so it's not going to change anything, right? Yeah, it's 0, so this shouldn't change much. Camera and camera 3D, and this is camera. What is the difference? Defaults to camera 3D. Okay, so it should do the same. What is happening over here? What am I not getting right? Update camera. Begin drawing, clear. Draw plane. Let's try drawing a cube. Draw cube position. Just make it 0, 0. Or let's just make everything 0. Width, let's just make it 1, 1, 1. Red. What happens if I do this? I'm just not seeing anything. Why is that? So how's the update camera? Draw grid. 10. Draw grid. What happens if I use this? What is not working out here? I don't get it. Begin drawing, clear background. Begin mode 3D. Draw plane, draw cube. Is it the camera position? Should I just make it to just 0, 2, 0? Is that gonna fix anything? No, of course not. Bro. Right. Why? Why is that the case? Is it going to make me closer to the ground? No. Not even that. No, I'm just aligned with it here. And so if I just have 0 here. Why? I'm not sure I'm visualizing it correctly. I'm a little bit confused, but at least it works, I guess. Right, so I guess this works. Okay, well, let's keep drawing the grid and let's just have it be 32 slices. See where this goes. This does a good job. This is doing a good job. It's the same as the ground, so I like it. Let's keep it. Okay. Can I just do something like void draw ground and have it do just basically that? And here, if I do draw ground, it's just gonna work. Should. Yeah, right, it just does. Right, so let's just have this. And static, right? Yeah, okay, let's... Sure, why not? Let's make it static. In this case, it doesn't matter if I make it static or not. So let's just make it static for the sake of making it static. Right, cool, so this works. Now, so the player has a height of 2. Cool. Draw ground. Draw bounding walls. So let's draw the bounding walls. So static void draw bounding walls. And here, what I'm going to do is just have a draw and have it be a cube. And the position is just going to be, so let's make the one on the far left. Should be, so these are the dimensions, right? So it should be 16, minus 16 maybe. So minus 16 is a position, right? And this is the start position, so let's have it be, or maybe it's a center position, I'm not sure. We'll find out. And minus 16, 0, and the position, should I make it 8 here? Yeah, I think I should do that for the height. And then the z coordinate, let's just have it be minus 16. It makes sense to me. No, wait. Here. Let's just make it a 0. Right, so minus 16x. 8y. And 0 for z. Right, so just make it 0 here. Now width should be like, let's try make it just 1. Height, let's make it 16 actually. Let's just make it high. And float, and so the length, let's make it 32. And so the color, let's make it red. Right, does this work? I didn't call it, so it's not gonna work. But I could actually already move. play movement is just automatically allowed by by camera first person. Thank you, Raylib. Not a game engine, by the way. It definitely is a game engine. It just makes everything too easy. That's why I cannot wait to start learning OpenGL, so that I can just make my own game engine, basically, with using SDL and OpenGL. I'm hoping to, my project that I'm preparing right now is just to basically make my own very simple, basic 3D game engine, just to really know what it's like to like draw, I guess, stuff on the screen, understand better how it works, like shaders and all that, as well as some math behind player movements and trajectories and whatever. Okay, anyway, I'm not talking about the right things here. I need to focus on what I'm doing here. So draw bounding walls. Let's see if this does what I wanted it to do. It does. Genius. Actually, genius. It's a little bit high though, for sure. First person is actually a little bit broken because I can already move within the entire thing. So let's see how thick it is. It is a pretty thick boy, and so it's actually going a little bit. It's actually eating a little bit of this. So I guess what I should do is, instead of making it -16, let's make it wait, no, what am I doing? I should just move it back by 1/2. So -16.5. Right. Seems like I did the right choice. But it's a little bit too thick, honestly. Let's just make it, here's 16.1, and here's the thickness. Let's just make it half. So, 2 times. So 0.2. Sure, this should work, but right. So that's pretty cool, honestly. And let's make it a little bit less high. So I'm guessing this is, say, height. So let's make it just 4. And let's make it a dark color because the red is actually like burning my eyes. So let's make it dark purple. Right, and so I should take this into account here. Have it be 2, I'm guessing. Okay, this works. This works pretty well. Good. Now let's do a draw cube wires and just have it be basically exactly the same here. So here. And now what else does it want? So width, height, float, length, color. And have it be, I don't know, like the color, let's make it black, I'm guessing. Black would be nice. Right, this way it just stands out a little. Like I can just see like the corners and stuff a little bit better if it's black. Oh yeah, let's just have it this way. Now, basically, it's going to follow the same logic, but for 4 times. Now my headset just turned off because I have no music, no sound going on. But I still want it to be on. I actually have no... Wait a minute, I have no reason to wear it, actually. I have no reason to have my headset on. So let's just take it off. Oh my god. This actually feels pretty good. Okay. So we're gonna have... So this is left wall. Let's make this front wall. Let's make this right wall, and this, let's make it back wall. And so here the logic is just going to be that in terms of x is going to be 0, right? This is going to be, so does the z come towards us? I'm guessing that this is actually going to remain the same, and here maybe it's going to be minus 16.1f. And so width, height, and so here the width is going to be 32f, and here the thickness is basically just going to be 0 to, does this work? Perfect. To me, it looks pretty perfect. Let's make this a different color, right? Let's make it dark blue. Right, cool. And now, right wall is just going to be here. We're gonna inverse this sign, and I think that's just it, honestly. I think that's just it. Wait, I need to take care of this as well. Just take these, put them here. Take these, put them here. Right, and so do the same here. But basically just take all of this and put it here instead. Okay. Cool. And now let's do the last one. And so it's just going to be the same as front wall, but we're just going to change something here, which is going to be the sign of this thing. Other than that, it's just going to be the same. Right, so we got our wall, our walls, bounding walls that are perfectly located, and they are not, right, they're not colliding with each other here. This is perfect. Exactly what I wanted. Cool. So we got this here. Now let's look at how to, let's think about the next step. So this is done. This is done. This was fast, but this is done. Allow player movement. This is just included in initialize player camera, honestly. And now draw map pillars. So I guess I'm gonna have a function called static void draw map, or draw pillars, basically. Ooh. And right, and here I'm just going to call it draw pillars. And the way this is going to work is just that so we know that we have 32. I mean, like the size of the map is 32 by 32, and we're not going to change that, right? I'm not trying to make the game I'm not going to bother like defining a global constant and then using it everywhere, so that if I want to change the size of the map, I could just change its value and it changes everything automatically. I'm going to keep it the way it is. So we know that it's 32 by 32, and so if I run the game, look below me here, my starting coordinates are 0, 0, and so not exactly 0, 0 actually. Wait, so what I'm not sure I understand is if I have camera target position if I have 0 here, what happens? Do I just see nothing? I see nothing actually. And so if I have 0 here, but I have 1 here, so I'm in the ground. So I can see the walls, but basically I'm in the ground. And here I'm above the ground. But if I do 0 here, what does this do? I don't get it. Why can't this not be 0? And if I make it 8, what happens now? I'll just close it to here. So why can this not be 0? I'm not sure. Alright, let's just keep it at 1. And so basically the starting coordinate should be like, I'm guessing, like not exactly here because the z value is 1, so it should be exactly here. And so I'm going to try to, so I need to do a 32 by 32 grid, I mean matrix or array, and let's just use, so let's just include vector because I really like this library, very useful, very fast, very cool, I love it. And so here let's just have something called it's going to be a vector of what? Of a of floats, right? And let's call it map, I guess. Right. And if I initialize it to 0, does it understand it or not? No, it doesn't. And so let's just do, this is map, right? And so here what I can do is just for int I equal to, should I make it minus 32 or 0? Because basically, do I want my array to be here? Do I want this place here to be 0, 0, or do I want it to be, so if I look at the center, so it's 5 by 4, but if I look at it, let's say that this is a center, so 0, minus 1, minus 2, do I want this to be minus 2 and minus 1, or 0, 0? I think it's more intuitive if I have it be minus 2 and minus 1, because in the coordinate system it's going to make it easier. So if I make it 32 by 32, it's going to be minus 16 to plus 16, but that would be 33 numbers in total. Minus 16, minus 15, minus 14, etc. to 16 plus 16 is going to in total be 33 numbers. So should I make it minus 15 to plus 16? I'm not sure. Let's see. Actually, wait. I don't have a 0, 0 square. Right, so the center is not going to be a square here. The center is going to be a point here. And so this is minus 1, minus 1. This is 1, 1, or what am I saying? Not minus 1, but minus 1, 1. This is minus 1, or 1, minus 1. And this is minus 1, minus 1. And this is 1, 1. Right. Yeah, I don't have any 0. So it's going to be from minus 16 to 16. To positive 16. So from 16 below below 16, right? So it's going to do it 32 times. Let's make it below or equal to 16 so that it actually reaches 16. and then I++. And so if I different from 0, let's do that. And so let's just make sure it's different from 0. And so right, I just have to do this. You know what, let's do that afterwards. Let's do the second one. Int j equal -16 as well. I below or equal to 16. J below or equal to 16. J++. And here if so it cannot be so I and j must be different from 0. So if I different from 0 and j different from 0, then we're going to do our stuff, which is going to be map pushback. Right, it's not going to be just that, it's going to be map. So let's make it, so what is I going to be? Let's make it the x, and j, let's make it the so let's make I basically be the columns, and j, let's make it be the lines. Is that a good idea? Is that a good way to visualize it? So basically, what is this going to be? This is just basic algorithms, but I'm a little bit tired. It's 3 AM almost. Well, like if I look at the data structure, basically I have this, and we're gonna create a vector here, several vectors. But are these lines, or should I use them as columns or as rows? I guess I should use them as rows. And so j is going to be the rows, and I is going to be the columns. So I is going to be the columns. So for the column number I at the row number j, we're gonna how does this work? I can do this. Map I right, so I cannot do that. Oh, I see. Right, maybe I should resize it. So how do I do this? Map resize, and how do I do that? Resize. I'm not sure how it works. I guess I'll see if this works or not. Can I actually do this with a vector? No, a vector cannot have negative. I cannot be negative for a vector, so I guess this has to be. So I guess I cannot use a vector, right? I have to use another data type, data structure. I have to use a map. STB map. But I don't know how to use it. I've actually never used a map in C++. So I guess include the map. Let's try using that. I've never used a map. Let's try doing it. So let's include map, and here let's just restart and do std map and have it be so int or rather int float map. And so I guess here I should do something like std pair. Does this work? Pair of int. Right, this works. Okay. Okay, and now this might work. Okay, cool. And now let's just do, so for int, should I make it, right, let's make it x equal to minus 16, x below or equal to plus 16, x plus plus. Now for int y equal to minus 16, y below or equal to 16, y plus plus. And now let's just do if x different from 0 and y different from 0, what we're going to do is just have a map. So here I'm going to have to do a pair, right? So should I make it a, how do I write this? How do I write a pair? Is this a structure like that? And here I'll do xy is equal to a random number. So get random value int minimum. So the minimum is just going to be 0, right? And the maximum, let's just make it 4. And I feel like this might work. I feel like this may work. I've never done it, so I know you use the map, but if this works, that's cool. Yeah. And you know what? Let's just do, so can I just automatically print a map? No, I can't. So let's just do something like map x, y. Can I do that? Since it's just supposed to be an integer. std count. std has no member count. Right, I need to include IO stream. Now it's going to spam my console, I know. Ooh, yeah. But it seems like it's working somewhat. So let's just keep it the way it is. And let's just make it make sure it's a float. Here. Get random value. I don't want it to be an integer. Let's look at the example. Or like random, get random value. Let's just make it get random value between 0 and 40, and here just divided by 10. So basically it's just going to be between 0 and 4, but with like decimals. Right. So we got our map. Cool. That is our map. I actually didn't have to make a map since I'm just making a draw pillars here thing. I could have, here instead of making map thing, I could just do draw cube at these coordinates. But you know what, just for the sake of making of knowing if this works or not, of knowing if I understand what maps do or not, then I'll just what can I do on a map? I can do map emplace. So I can emplace it, emplace something. I can insert, I can find, I can begin. Right. So if I do for I guess this is going to be a so let's make it auto. It's for auto coordinates in map. I'm guessing. Should I make it? Doesn't it use references? Possible an internet copy is being made, and so cool. And so coordinates first, right? And so wait, what did it say? Auto doesn't deduce references, right? So maybe it wants me to do a const auto, something like that, right? Because I'm not going to change them anyway, so why not? Let's do that. And so here, for each of the coordinates, let's just do something like draw cube, and have it be, so the position is going to be coordinates, let's just chords, so x, let's just not use a reference, I guess. Or is it still not working? To float exists. What does this want? It wants a position, and it's supposed to be a float. Okay. So let's just change this out. Let's make, well, everything floats. So can I use floats in here? I'm just trying things that I haven't tried before. So I'm going to implicitly convert -16 to a float, but that's not an issue, it shouldn't be. And so now I should be able to do chords first, or not. Float to float exists, a pair. Right, let's keep going. And so in terms of, so x and y, and then in terms of the, no, so y is going to be 0, and then chords second. And so, so the width is just going to be, so 32 by 32, maybe 1. Height is going to be, oh, right, I think I understand. Right, I'm seeing this the wrong way. So chords first. For auto, what is this going to, so this is a map. It's not a list or a vector, it's a map. So how should I call this? Can I actually get this back? Maybe it's not coordinates, or it is actually. Const pair. Why is it 2 pairs? Am I seeing this the right way or not? Pair, float. Is this right or not? No, it's not. Right, so maybe I shouldn't use that. Maybe I should just make another. So I know it's not efficient at all. Just want to see if this works. And so here, no, this isn't gonna work. Maybe it is gonna work, but let's do something like draw cube, and here vector 3 position. So vector 3 is going to be, so x, y. Actually, y should be 0, so this shouldn't be y. This should be z actually. If I want to make sense, let's just make this z. Same here. And so y is going to be 0 all the time, and here it's just going to be z. And now width is going to be, I think, 1. Height is going to be map of xz, and the length is going to be, I think, 1. And the color, let's do get random. I get a random color. I'm not sure how I can do a random color. How did it do it in the example? How did they do it for the random color? Get random value. You know what? Let's just make everything. I don't know, like dark green for now. Now let's see if this works. This is honestly kind of funny. Right. So I know why this is doing this. Why it's doing this. It's just constantly changing everything. Okay. I see. And so let's remove this. And I mean, the reason it's doing that is because what I should do is just have the map be so I should just have the map be here. So let's make it const, and I'll just have it be, oops, here, created over here. Right, and so I'm just going to pass the map here, and here is not going to like something. Is it const? Is it because it's const? Let's remove the const. No, operator matches these operands. Right. No, this worked. Okay, yeah, this worked. I was confused as to why it wouldn't work, but I think it does. And so now if I run this, it should be pretty stable. It seems like it's doing what I wanted it to do. It's just that there's too much stuff and nothing in 0. So I think my coordinates are not correct. I think I kind of know where the issue is. Let's make this be divided by 10 again. Right, I mean, so it's a little bit confusing, so let's just have a draw cube wires. And let's make this just black. Right, so this works. It's just that I've got this going on. But this is basically just 0, so that's why it's getting that like that. That's why it's looking the way it looks. It's because, so this is basically 0, so it's just so it's just not rendering well. So what I can do is just have a thing here called, so let's make it a cons float height equal to basically this, and height, but if height above 0, then we're going to do this, else no, that's not, no, that's not how I should do it. I'm getting confused here. It's here that I should do that. So if map of x, z is above 0, then we're going to do all that, but otherwise we're not going to draw it, I think. Right now, if I look around, I don't have the same issue, right? Everything is not perfect, but like, it's fine. Now the issue, what is the issue? So this pawn is, so if I look at here, and I go to the sides, so yeah, it clips through it, right? And so, ooh, now that is interesting. That is, honestly, this looks pretty cool, all things considered. It doesn't work the way I wanted it to work, but right, so another way I can fix this is by having it be, basically this shouldn't be 0, this should be the height divided by 2. Divided by 2. Can I do that? I should be able to. Right, and now if I get out, nothing comes under. Right, this looks pretty cool, like by itself. But so now I guess my issue is that it's starting. So here what we see on the screen is indeed minus 16 in terms of coordinates. I guess I should just add, so these are the coordinates, right? So x plus 0.5f alright, let's just space it out if you want. Is this gonna work? Okay, looks like it's kind of working. Now if I go out, so yeah, it's gonna go like on the other side over here, it's gonna go a little bit too far, but here it's just generating perfectly. But here, ooh, I get it now. So basically I was wrong about this. I don't need any of that. And here it's just going to go from this, or rather, should just be strictly. Yeah, I was wrong about the way I thought about it. The way I thought about it was wrong. So let's just make it this way, and let's just get rid of this as well. And so now let's see. Now this should be pretty perfect. Like if I get out of it, let me get out, and now nothing should reach out of the bounding boxes, bounding walls. Everything is within this. And so, right, so this doesn't look terrible, but what I don't like is the fact that I cannot see shit. And so basically what I'm going to do is just let's just how can I do this? I don't want it to draw a pillar for every single coordinate in this world. I mean, in this game. I just wanted to draw stuff. So first things first. Let's just make it like 10 times smaller. Right. This looks better. This looks better, for sure. But what I want to do is I want things to be spaced out a little. I don't want to draw things everywhere. So let's use RNG. Literally, let's use a random number generator. And basically I'm gonna have a let's call it int RNG. Let's make it constant RNG is going to be a get random value between 0 and 1. So if RNG is equal to 0, then map x z is going to be equal to 0, right? Else it's just going to be equal to that. And now it should make some space. Right, now this kind of looks like a maze, you know. And now if I make everything higher, so if I make everything 10 times higher, now this is going to kind of look like a maze. Right. Yeah, we made a maze using RNG. Let's go. So basically this kind of looks like a maze. Right, cool. Now let's make it a little bit more likely. So if this, and now if above or equal to 1, so 3 chances out of 4 it's going to be 0, otherwise we're going to draw it. Now this is much more spaced and much more satisfying to me. I can move around a little bit easier. It's a little bit easier to move around. And now this looks pretty cool. So this is actually a randomly generated world. Nothing very advanced about what I did here. But this works. Like the idea works. It works fine. And yeah, I mean, I got a first-person application. That's for sure. That's pretty cool. Now, what I'm wondering is, let's try to make it so that we can change the camera mode to just third person. So here, so it's a camera mode, right? So camera mode, cam mode equal to camera. By default, it's going to be first person, right? No issues with that. And this is going to be cam mode. And so let's make it like Minecraft, where if is key pressed, key F5, then we're going to change the cam mode. So let's do if cam mode equal to camera first person is going to be become camera third person, and it's going to work the other way around as well. So else if cam mode equal to camera, I know I don't need to do else if here, but it's just that if at some point I want to add other camera modes, it's good to have an else if instead of just an if. If camera it's third person, then we're gonna make it camera first. Okay, cool. Now let's see what this does. Not expecting it to. Right. Right, so this doesn't change much, but I think that's because I need to do some other stuff as well. But let's just make sure that this works. Right, and so when I do F5, it just goes between 3 and 4. So it does work. It's just that the camera, I need to move the camera position. How do I do this? Or maybe I need to move the camera target. I'm wondering something. If I want to print out camera target X, and when I move, does it change or not, or is it always 0? Right, so it moves with my movement. It follows my movement, the camera target. And when I look around as well, this remains to, this stays, doesn't move a lot here, but when I do this, it moves. Okay. And this is just for the X value. So there should be a point where if I go into 0 here, I try to make it exactly 0, so I'm guessing it's right here. Right? And now if I just move up and down here, it's gonna keep the same value. Right? Basically keeps the same value. So the x-axis is from here to here. And so the camera, you can view it at what I'm deducing is that the camera can be seen as a sphere of diameter, or rather radius 1. I don't know if anyone's watching this, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but basically when I look at this here, I'm moving over a sphere of radius 1. And so here, the x value doesn't change, because the x value goes from right to left here. That means the x-axis is from right to left, and here I'm just following, I'm not changing it, but if I look here, it's going to be 1, or here it's going to be 1, approximately. Oh, it's not actually exactly 1. Oh, it's because I'm not exactly at 0, I'm guessing. But this is about 1, and this is going to be a bit greater than, a bit lower than -1. Okay. And now, let me guess. And now if I do camera target let's do Y, and then let's do camera target Z. Now I'm gonna get more information to prove my point, or disprove it. So by default, Y is going to be 2, and so when I do this, X remains to 0, but Z moves. Here X moves. Right, so I am indeed in a sphere of radius 1. This is useful information to me. And so now how can I make it go from first person to third person? Well, what I'm gonna do is at least let's just have a cube following the camera. Otherwise there is one in the example. So let's just do that. So I can do here I can do draw cube. The position is going to be the camera. Is it going to be target position? Let's do. Oh right, no. The camera target can be seen as a sphere of 1 by 1, moving, but position. How can I do this? I don't know how to put my thoughts into words right now. I'm just trying to think. How can I do this? Camera position. Basically, when I press F5, I want to go into third person. And we're going to change the camera position, but the target is not going to move. The camera target. The camera position is going to move, however. So let's print it out again. Camera target X. Camera target Y. And here camera target Z. And let me, yeah, right, my bad. I'll just remove this. Now you should be able to compile and run. Now if I press this, I press F5, does it change? From -3 to this. Right, so in third person, the target doesn't move at all. Whereas in first person, the target moves. Right, it has to, because I have to point towards. The target has to be somewhere else. So what I'm getting here is just that basically first person is just a special case of third person. It's basically the same logic as third person, it's just that the target is really nearby. Right, so it moves with the camera movement. Right, so how would I go about this? With that information, basically the camera target is always going to remain the same. Here camera target is going to remain at the same height and whatever. Like moving the mouse around is not going to change the camera target position, but moving around is going to move it. And it's going to change it automatically based on my movement, thanks to the library. Now if I go into first person, same thing happens when I move around. But when I move the mouse, it's going to move it. So the lesson is just that basically what I want to do is just move the camera further back. Or maybe I should have two cameras. One, and I'm just going to switch between the two cameras. What does this do? Update camera position for selected mode. So I didn't do the example where we work on with two different cameras. But what if I want to switch between two cameras? Is that possible? So let's have a second camera. So this one, let's make it third person camera. And here let's make it first person camera. And so by default it's going to be 0 as well. But it's just that the base position, the target is going to be this, but let's make it further here. Oh, and so the reason why the first person had a radius of 1 is because here I have a radius of 1. The distance between the position and the target is 1. And so, of course, on third person, first person, I'm going to look around here. Okay, I think I'm starting to understand that a little. And so if I do this, camera perspective, and now if I do update, so I cannot call it camera, so let's just call it camera 2, and here camera 1, and here is just going to be camera 1, camera 1, camera 1, camera 1. Update camera 2, and here camera third person. What does this do? Do I get two cameras? No, it's not going to compile. Of course, camera 1. Right. And so I'm going to switch on this. So, okay, that's interesting. And so camera 3D, current cam, is going to be camera 1 at first. Okay. I feel like maybe I'm cooking something or not. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. And camera 2. Let's just see what it looks like if I just do stuff on the second camera right here. Begin end mode 3D. What happens if I run this? Right, what happens? I should be in third person. This looks like first person. And now this looks like, oh, so it's kind of working. I mean, it's not exactly doing what I wanted to do, but my reasoning isn't too far-fetched. Right, and so now if I want to go higher and higher, I can just use this. Hello! If I want to go lower and lower, I can just use this. That's pretty funny, honestly. This could be like a concept for a game, honestly. But okay, I see. I see. So by default, camera mode is going to be third person. So let's make it by default third, just here for the sake of the example. By default, third. Cool. Perfect. And so I guess I can just do update camera 1, and camera mode is going to be camera first person for this camera. And so I feel like maybe I don't need a camera mode. Camera third person. Maybe I don't need a cam mode. Maybe I don't need that. But what I'm going to do is have current cam. So if current cam is equal to camera 1. No, right, I cannot do this. Let's look at the address. Is this... Sorry if you are somewhat knowledgeable about C++ or C. Doesn't matter because it's the same thing. Sorry about that. I take responsibility for writing such a shitty condition, but I mean, it worked. I think it's gonna work. It's gonna do the trick surely. But so if this, then let's make current cam equal to camera 2, and else if the address of current cam is equal to the address of camera 2, then current cam is going to be equal to camera 1. And so here, when we do begin mode 3D, we're going to just do it on current camera. I feel like this might work. Is it gonna work? Ooh, I cannot move around. That's interesting. Oh, right, it's because I should, oh, I should make it a pointer. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Oh god, I'm actually so sorry. If this works, I'm so sorry. This works. Oh my god, this has to be so offensive. My code is so shitty. It's unbelievable. Right, so basically I have a Minecraft F5. Now let's make it more significant. Let's make it like distance, let's make it actually like 4, you know, let's make it big. Right, and now when I press F5, boom, now I'm actually in third person now. And here I'm in first person. And now let's do something, let's draw a cube. And so basically, if current cam is equal to the address of camera, so if we are in third person, then we're going to draw a cube. It's the position of the camera. And not the position of the camera, but the position of the camera target. So draw a cube, camera 2 position. I think that works. And so width, let's make it 1, 1, or let's make it 0.5. I think I can just do it like that. 0.5, 0.5. Let's make it red. So this doesn't work. Right, let's get out. This doesn't work. Right, so it's not drawing the cube. Oh, right, not position the target. My bad. Now it should work, I think. Right, it works. Let's go. Wait, actually, let's be somewhat funny. Let's make a Minecraft player. Like, I'm not going to add the movement of the player, but let's just make the like Minecraft. Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean. Just like the head and the body and the legs. And we're gonna call it Minecraft at home. I'm just recreating Minecraft, baby. It's just that easy. Right. Welcome back, Minecraft. My name is Notch2. Oh god, this is terrible code. The quality of this code is actually terrible. And so I'm just going to have something like draw cube wires. Is it wires or wire? Yeah, right. And so here's the content is just going to be the same, but I'm going to change the color to black, just for the lols. Okay, so this works. Now, my cube is just like this, and I cannot rotate it or whatever. So basically, when I move the camera in third person here, normally you'd want it to rotate the cube as well, but I don't think you can rotate cubes in Raylib. Like, you can only rotate models and meshes. I'm not sure, but I tried to do some research about it, but I couldn't find anything. So draw cube wires. Now let's just do the rest of the body, right? Dark brown is the head. Is that good? Yeah, let's make it like this way. Now, so this is going to be, this is just head, torso. Let's make it left arm, right arm, left leg, and right leg. Right, let's make this work, and then once this works, I'm gonna just make it a function instead of having it be in the game loop. And I can also just delete this. I don't need it anymore. Alright, so the torso. So the cube is just going to be, this is a position. So I'm gonna have to change a few things here, I think. Right, because I cannot just do like -1. It's not gonna work. The operator hasn't been overloaded, so I don't think I can do that. And so I think I'm just going to go to the next line here. And so basically the torso, so the X value, is going to be the same. So camera target, camera 2, target X. Then here is going to be camera 2, target. So the Y position is going to be, so let's say, let's do the math. Let's draw a Minecraft player. So if we look at the shape here, now this is basically a Minecraft player. I don't remember the exact dimensions, like like scale. This would be something like, so I think they're 6.25. When I used to make Minecraft rigs, I knew them by heart. I knew these things by heart back then. Like, I knew that this was exactly how many, so it's probably like, so in terms of pixels or like squares of colors, it's probably something like 32 by 32, right, for the head, 32 by 32 by 32. But in Cinema 4D, the distance, I mean the size, used to be something like, oh wait, yeah, so it was 6.125, but 6.125 was for something else. Right, so if I multiply 6.125 by 2, I get 12.25. And so 12.25 y times 2, 24.5, 49. Why was that the case? No, it wasn't 6.125 then. Oh god, I don't remember. But I guess let's just make this not 8 by 8, but let's say that this is... Right, so my head already is 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. So this is 0.5. Instead of making a point here, I'll just do 5. And this is 5. Right. I don't really care about the z-axis. It's going to be the same all the time. So, right. And so this should be like 3. Let's make this 3. Now let's make the height of this, of the arms of the torso, let's make this like 2 times the head, I guess, so 10. And here it's going to be 10 as well. And this is just going to be 2.5. Right, and so by default, so if I want to look at the coordinate system here, I'm here, right? And so this is 0, 0. Now, if I want to look at the center of this is just let's have it be here. This is going to be, so 2.5 plus 5, so 7.5. And the second one is going to be, right, so it's going to be 0 and 7.5, or minus 7.5 actually. Minus 7.5. Here it's going to be so minus something, so minus 2.5 minus 1.5, so minus 4. Right, if I can just one-shot it, like deduce every coordinate here and then just one-shot it, that would be pretty fun. I mean, god damn it, is that really my definition of fun? What the fuck have I become? You know what? I'm going to own this. Yes, I think this is fun. God damn it. What am I doing with my life? So this video might last for, I think, less than 2 hours, but maybe like 15 minutes more, 10 minutes more. So this is going to be, so minus 7, so in terms of x, this is just going to be minus 1.25, so minus 1.25, and in terms of y, this is just going to be, so let's add 5, so minus 12.5, minus 12.5 plus, so minus 17.5, and here this is just going to be same as the one on the left, but symmetrical. Right. This looks good to me. Now let's apply. Let's apply this. Right, so the torso. The x value is not going to change. Z value is not going to change either. It's just a y value that is going to change. And so y is going to be this. minus 0.75f. Right, I think that makes sense. And so camera to target Z, and that is not going to change. Let's make everything dark brown. And so, yeah, I need to change this also. So, the width is going to be 5 as well, same as the heads, but the height is going to be just 1. And then this is going to remain the same. Right. Now let's just copy everything here. And so now for the arm, this left arm. So let's subtract. Well, I didn't finish this. Do I have ADHD or something? This was minus 4, and in terms of y, this is just the same, so minus 7.5. And for this arm, dude, I didn't finish. And this is going to be symmetrical. Alright, now I have every point. I have all I need. So 0.4 and 0.75. Now the width is going to be 3, the height is going to be 1, and this is not going to change the length. Okay, cool. Now the right arm is just going to be same thing, but here I'm just going to have plus, and I think that's it. Left leg is going to be 125 here, 175 here. Width is going to be 25. Yeah. Height is going to be 1. Sure. This is not going to change. Ooh, I'm going to have to copy the stuff for the draw cube wires at some point. And so here it's just going to be plus. Now, what I need to do, it's a bit annoying, I'm not going to lie, but basically I need to copy all of this. Right. So not the most fun thing to do, but should I just copy? Oh, right, I should copy this as well. Yay, I'm having so much fun. I hope this works on the first try. If it does, honestly, I'm gonna go to sleep smarter than yesterday. I feel like I did something wrong here, but right, is this gonna work? Let's pray. Thank you. Now let's run it. Right, actually, it's not completely ridiculous. I've just forgot something for the legs. For the legs here. Yeah, right. It should be 1 here. And I missed something. It's just that here these dimensions shouldn't be that. Yeah, draw cube wires. Right, I was just missing a few things. Bro. am I cooking or not? Minecraft at home, baby. Minecraft at home. Or is it Roblox at home? I'm not sure. I mean, the dimensions are a bit, like, I will admit that the dimensions, like the size of the character, is not perfect. But god damn, we got Roblox at home. Let's fucking go. Yeah, I mean, I just need to change like the arm. Yeah, okay, I know what I need to change. I just need to make the torso thicker and all that, but it doesn't matter. I mean, the logic behind it is fine. Now the question is, if I want to make the character be able to jump, so the logic behind the jump isn't really this complicated. You have a constant value, g, for the gravity. You want to have maybe a speed variable, and basically you're going to do, when the player presses on space, you're going to make it up, or rather you're going to set the speed to minus something like a certain speed, and then for every frame you're going to take into account g and basically decrease the speed until, so when you jump, you know, like you do like this, so first you go fast, then reach here where you stop moving, and then you start falling down. And so basically the speed first is set to a certain value, negative value, to go up, or positive value in this case, because going up means having a positive speed towards it. I'm still used to, wait, no, actually I'm right. You're right. Okay, basically your speed is set to a certain value when you press space, and then the speed decreases, reaches 0, and once it reaches 0 you start falling down. And so doing this is not this complicated, but I could do this in the next video. I'm gonna have to like polish, to clean up the code that I wrote here, make it a little bit cleaner, just rethink how I'm going to draw the player, because right now, you know, dimensions are not perfect, but I mean, from this angle it looks pretty clean, not gonna lie, but yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, so I'm gonna stop the video here, I think. And yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with what I got here. Just I can go here, and then I can press F5, and now I can view everything from above, or even below. I should fix this, but I can view everything from under as well. So that's pretty cool. And then I can go out, and yeah, I mean, pretty happy with what I got here. But it's not enough. I will continue, make it better. Yeah, so that being said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye. Boom, boom.